Ayan. Hello, good afternoon everyone. Ayan, so yes, parang araw-araw na tayo nakikita, no? So sana hindi pa kayo nagsasawa sa mukha ko. But yeah, thank you for joining me today, this afternoon. I hope uli ako sa inyo, together with the guests that we invited to share yung topic about how to find a winning item, how to source the products, and about the importation as well. If naalala nyo po, no, nag-post ako before sa Smart Mompreneur asking if in case ba, are you interested about malaman kung saan na masosource yung mga winning products? Paano natin malalaman if winning item ba to? Paano tayo makapag-import ng products? And marami pang iba. And marami nag-reply, marami nag-respond sa inyo na yes, diba? That you are interested, lalong-lalo na on how to look for a winning item. Well, as we all know naman, dito sa e-commerce world, diba, it's very important na makahanap talaga tayo ng product na mabibenta natin na talagang, bebenta and makapagbigay sa atin ng magandang profit. But kasi ako naniniwala din talaga ako na we really don't really need to find like winning item, but we need to make our items win. Sabi nga, what I'm trying to say is, let's say, yeah, naturuan ka paano maghanap ng winning product, but it's still up to you how to sell it, how to make it win. Yan, ganyan. Diba? Yan yung pag-uusapan natin today. Kaso nagkakaroon ata sila ng technical problem. So, wala pa sila dito. But, while waiting for our guest this afternoon, meron na tayong 23 viewers all across SFE, Smart Mompreneur, and YouTube channel. Can you, comment naman? And para ma-acknowledge ko naman yung presence nyo. Yan. So, si Miss Nanette Samaniego, yun, lagi to present. So, perfect attendance ka na for this week, Miss Nanette. Thank you for watching. Ayan. So, yun, yan, medyo magkukwento lang muna ako while waiting sa kanila. Yun, so actually yesterday, I'm still, sobrang nakakabaliw yung ginagawa. Because I'm creating a calculator dun sa bagong promotional logic ni Lazada. So, hindi ako magaling sa Excel. So, parang tinatry ko lang gumawa ng promotional calculator based or inspired siya dun sa Shanair na promotional tool calculator ni Mishina Pausal. So, shout out to Mishina. So, yun. So, today, pina-check ko sa kanya yung nagawa kong Excel. Tapos sabi ko sa kanya, Mishina, baka pwede mo naman akong help if tama ba yung mga, formulas. And I think these promotional tool calculators will be helpful to Lazada sellers, diba? Para malaman natin kung tama ba yung pagpa-price natin ng products because it's really important na makapag-price tayo ng products natin properly, lalo na ngayon. Sa mga Lazada sellers na nanonood ngayon, effective August 16, that would be on Monday, diba? Magte-take effect na yung bagong rule sa pag-apply ng promotions, promotional vouchers and all. So, it will be based on the base price na or yung SRP mo. Hindi na siya, wala na siyang pina-follow na hierarchy like flexi combo muna, tapos vouchers, then shipping fee, promotions, ganyan. Hindi na siya ganon by Monday. So, if gawa ka lang ng gawa ng promotion vouchers mo, 'di ba, ng sale price mo, tapos without even planning how to execute it, baka at the end of the day, akala mo malaki yung kita mo, pero pag kinuwenta mo na pala yung mga discounts, wala pala, 'di ba? So, Well, you really need to check your pricing and your promotions properly. So yan. We have, okay, so shout out muna ulit for Miss Jenny. And then Miss May, hello po. And from Shop Maria, from Bacoor. Siya daw si Jersey Santa Maria yon. Hello po. Ayan. So, yan. Ayun, mukhang nandito na sila. So guys, hindi ko na patatagalin pa because I'm really excited to learn din itong, sourcing, finding the winning item, and tawag dito, importation. Very important yan. Sabi nga kasi, 'di ba? Sabi ko nga sa post ko, God made the earth and and the rest was made in China. So everything is made in China. So alamin natin how will this company help us to level up our e-commerce business. Okay, so let me introduce to you our guest from Seller Gateway, Sir Jeremy and Miss Jen. Ayan. Nandiyan na ba sila? Hello po, Miss Jen, Sir Jeremy. Ayan.
Hello, good afternoon po, Miss Kat. Good afternoon to everyone.
Ayan, hello, good afternoon po. So yan, very excited na kami kung ano po yung mga i-share niyo sa amin today. So, do you have slides to share po? Tama ba?
Yes po, we do have.
Okay, sige. Okay.
Present lang po kami.
Yan. Okay. So guys, si Miss Jen and si Sir Jeremy, sila yung very busy lagi na nagsasagot ng mga inquiries natin about Seller Gateway. So sa mga awareness, ano yung Seller Gateway? So sila yung madalas na sumasagot din sa atin. So yeah. Okay. Waiting na lang po.
Po yung aming presentation for a while po, no?
Sige.
Naglalag po yung internet ni Jerry.
Nako.
Ayan.
Okay. Sige.
So, ayan.
So siguro Miss Jen, while inaano pa ni Sir Jeremy yung slides, siguro pakilala ka na lang muna. So sino ba si Miss Jen? Yan.
Okay. So hello po, good afternoon everyone. So thank you so much Miss Kat for inviting us today po para maging part ng ating webinar po to discuss pa rin once again kung ano yung services na ino-offer ni Seller Gateway and as well as paano nga po ba mag-import or mag-source ng ating winning items from China. So to all our attendees here, let me introduce myself. So I am Genevieve Reyes. I am the Executive Operations Officer of Seller Gateway, handling and managing the operations po locally and also in China as well. And yan.
And I'm Jeremy, and I'm the Marketing Executive of Seller Gateway. Ayan, so we're ready na, no? So we will be presenting. And once again, good afternoon everyone, especially po sa mga nakasubaybay sa ating exclusive live stream. Ayan, so everyone, sobrang nakakatuwa po, no? And we are also really excited to share with you guys this knowledge and experiences, of course, in Seller Gateway when it comes to importation and sourcing your products. So we are very honored po na maimbitahan muli ni Ma'am Trixie in this topic, and nandoon din po na we are very honored din po. Kumbaga, we are very lucky to be part of this webinar dahil ito yung mga bagay na matututunan po natin na hindi natin siya ma-search sa Google o hindi natin makikita anywhere else because these are from the experiences of mismo ni Seller Gateway. So with that, once again, good afternoon everyone, and we will be talking about supply chain solutions, China importation and sourcing. Ayan, because currently ngayon, no, as you all know, si Seller Gateway mismo, or I guess yung mga nanonood po dito ay in e-commerce or gustong mag-venture into e-commerce. And Seller Gateway, we also started as B2C. Nandoon po na nagbebenta po kami online through different marketplaces. We also became the top sellers in these marketplaces, including Lazada, Shopee, kahit yung Zilinggo pa po. Ayan. And nandoon din na with these experiences, what we came to realize at the end of the day is that if you're not the main, or if you're not the main source, or nandoon na mahirap po tayong makakapag-scale if nandoon na yung mismong supplier po natin, yung mismong pinagkukunan natin ng mga items natin is sila mismo yung kalaban natin. That's why ngayon talaga, especially at these times, sobrang hindi lang patok, kundi yung importation and sourcing talaga is the way for us to improve our business, for us to scale, and nandoon na mag-generate pa talaga tayo ng more revenue and cover a bigger market. So yun po yung pag-uusapan natin ngayon. And as you can see, here are the e-commerce opportunities na alam natin, especially this pandemic. Sinasabi ng iba na this pandemic, mahina daw po yung benta. But actually, nandoon na mas malaki yung naging increase, no? And nandoon din na because of course, everyone ay nasa bahay ngayon, na kumbaga nasa mobile phones ng bawat isa. And of course, yung ano din, no, yung influence din ng social media, for example, yung sa homebodies and yung mga iba't ibang lumalabas sa social media ngayon, yung e-commerce talaga yung nagbo-boom ngayon. And of course, aside from the consumer's perspective, nandun din na in terms of the businesses, yung e-commerce talaga yung naging go-to natin, especially this pandemic. Kumbaga ito yung naging daan, not just for us to have sales, but of course, for us to survive during this pandemic. So, sobrang laki ng opportunity sa e-commerce. For example, during the Alibaba Singles Day sales, they had $16.3 billion in less than 90 minutes. Also, 180% sales increase from Black Friday 2018 compared to regular days in Philippines. Also, 500 sellers earned at least $1 million during the 9/9 online sale. So, and so on and so forth. So, as we can see, nandoon na sobrang laki talaga ng opportunities sa e-commerce, especially those who want to venture or those na nasa e-commerce na ngayon. But, of course, from these opportunities, nandoon din na as we start our business or as we venture in this industry, nandoon na these are the common problems na kinakaharap ng mga Pilipino sa ngayon. First is how to find the winning item. Of course, madali kasing magsimula ng business, di ba? Everyone can do it, actually. We can just post ng items natin sa Facebook natin, Facebook timeline. We can also, lalo na sa Facebook ngayon, sobrang dali pong magbenta na doon na post lang tayo sa marketplace, makakabenta tayo. But if we really want yung nag-i-scale talaga na business, ito yung problems na kinakaharap or kakaharapin natin. First is how to find winning item. Yun is yung item na magsusustain talaga sa atin, or ito talaga yung continuous item na magbibigay sa atin ng revenue. Second, kung nakita na natin yung winning item natin, is how to find supplier. Of course, itong supplier na that could give us the lowest price as possible for us to cover bigger market. And of course, lastly, how to import those items, because kahit nakita na natin yung winning item and nakita natin yung right supplier, if we're not able to import it dito sa Philippines and have that item physically, then wala lang yun, di ba? So ito yung mga questions na sasagutin na through the, of course, knowledge and experiences ni Seller Gateway with our 3 years of operations, and of course with our experiences as B2C, because nandoon na we know where you are coming from. Kaya from these slides, or for these slides, kumbaga these are tailor fit sa mga pangangailangan natin sa ating business. Okay, so ready na po ba tayo? Ayan. So, mukhang ready na po ang bawat isa. Ayan. Kaya, before we start, no, or before we venture sa mga mismong slides natin, I encourage everyone to take notes. Ayan. Actually, nanonood po kami ng live, so you can comment ready na, no? Para lang may engagement po tayo. Kindly comment ready na po if you're ready para sa ating pag-uusapan. Ayan.
Yan, guys. Comment ready if
Sige na po.
ready na kayo. Yan.
Hello po sa
Actually,
17
we already,
viewers natin.
actually, now we have 38 na kasi nakastream tayo sa Smart Mompreneur, SFE, and sa YouTube. So, we have 37. So, guys, 37 tayo ngayon dito. So, guys, comment ng ready. Yan, yun.
Ayan. So, thank you so much. Ayan, dami na pong nag-ready. Ayan, also, dito po kasi kami nanonood sa Facebook Live, but sobrang dami na din sa Facebook Live pa lang. Ayan. So, ayan, we will be starting. So, first question na sasagutin po natin is how to find your winning item. So, ito yung one of the main and base problem na kinakaharap ng mga online seller, yung paghahanap ng right item. So, with that, first, all we have to do is choose the correct platform. In finding winning item, we can choose the correct platform by searching for top B2B marketplace platforms. And we can also base on Seller Gateway's database ng mga correct platform. So in searching for top B2B marketplace platforms, ayan, so we will just search it, no? And I just want to highlight that itong top 10 or top B2B marketplace na to, as hindi nila ma-achieve yung ganyang place if they're not credible enough to be there or to be in the top place, diba? That's why ito din yung isa sa nire-recommend din ni Seller Gateway for you to find your specific winning item. Also, you can base it on Seller Gateway's database. So ito po yung list of platforms na kung saan nagsusource ng items si Seller Gateway. For example, AliExpress, Global Sources, IndiaMart, Made in China, China.cn, DHgate.com, World Trade, EC21, Alibaba.com, MakePolo.com, 1688, and Taobao.com. So, isa po sa naipagmamayabang ni Seller Gateway is that within 3 years of operations po namin through these platforms, ayan, so never pa po kaming nabogus or nadaya sa China. So, ayan, dito lang po sa Philippines. Pero, ayan, never pa po kaming nabogus. So, we can base on finding winning item through these platforms na mula sa database or yung ginagamit talaga ni Seller Gateway sa paghahanap ng item. Okay, so the second way or yung second step on choosing your winning item is to choose the correct item, of course. So in choosing the correct item, we can base it on the present data or we can base it on our instinct. Okay, so first, in choosing the correct item, we can base it on the present data na available sa mga marketplaces na ito. For example, kay Alibaba.com. So, we can use yung features ni Alibaba or we can filter items that got a lot of items sold and reviews. So, of course, we should take an effort or be wise in using these platforms, no? Because yung mga platforms kasi na to, meron silang different features. For example, itong top ranking na to, na kung saan makikita natin yung kung alin bang item yung pinakamabili, kung ano yung item na pinaka nire-reorder, for example. And these features are very helpful for us to find our winning item. Because, of course, kung nabebenta siya overseas ng ganito kadami or pinapa-import to sa iba't ibang countries ng madami, why not or why not sa atin din, di ba? Kumbaga, why not hindi din to maging winning item natin? So, with that, nandoon na yun yung isa sa way or yun yung mga data na present sa mga marketplaces na to or sa mga platforms na to ay magagamit din natin to find our winning item. We can also use yung mga local marketplaces na meron tayo, for example, sa Shopee and sa Lazada. For example, sa Shopee, di ba, I know every one of us is very knowledgeable or at least once nakapag-browse na po tayo sa Shopee platform, di ba? And nandoon na, tulad nung nandito po sa ating screen, meron din silang features na magagamit natin to find our winning item. For example, yung trending searches o yung top products na pinaka binibili sa ng market sa ngayon. So with this, malalaman natin na ito yung in demand sa ngayon, di ba? And ito yung pwedeng maging winning item din natin. Lastly, through these marketplaces, of course, hindi lang natin siya i-base doon sa categories nila or kung sila ba yung top sold or top search items. But of course, we can base it also sa number of items sold. This one po, number of items sold, sa ratings, ayan po. And of course, lastly, sa price. Because of course, at the end of the day, kahit gaano kaganda yung item, if yung pricing po natin is not competitive enough, then hindi din po natin siya mabenta. So we can do our research through these marketplaces. Ayan. And lastly, in choosing the correct item, we can base it also on the present data or dun sa guts po natin or sa kung ano yung meron sa social medias or sa market sa ngayon. Kumbaga, we should be sensitive, especially right now na sobrang powerful po no, ng social media regardless kung Facebook, TikTok man yan, or sa YouTube, di ba? So, these social medias, doon kasi natin makikita kung ano yung hinahanap, binibenta, at pinag-uusapan ng mga netizens. And ito yung dapat yung isaalang-alang natin. Kaya dapat yung mga entrepreneurs natin dyan, dapat very active sa social medias so that nandoon na malalaman natin kung ano ba yung pinag-uusapan ng mga tao sa ngayon. And for example, may isa kang friend na may problem. For example, kailangan niya ng item na kung saan or naghahanap siya ng item ngayong tag-ulan, di ba? Na makaka-fix ng mga butas, for example, ng pader niya, ganito, ganyan. So, we can offer, for example, yung wall mending paste or mga items na makaka-solve ng issues nila or makakapag-provide ng solution. So, with this, doon natin makikita or doon natin pwedeng i-base yung paghahanap ng winning item natin. So, we should take note of that. Lastly, we can base it on instinct or we can say it common sense, diba? Because, of course, yun nga, like what I've said earlier, na kahit gaano kaganda yung winning item natin, kahit gaano kaganda yung features, yung design, yung aesthetic value niya, or kahit gaano siya kapatok, if we're not competitive enough with the price, or nandoon na sobrang benta, or sobrang mahal niya ngayon sa market, then nandoon na possible din na hindi siya maging winning item natin, di ba? Especially right now, this pandemic na that consumers are getting more intelligent when it comes to their purchasing decisions. Kumbaga, every centimo or every ilalabas nila ay sinasaalang-alang talaga nila because of course, pandemic, we have to value each peso, di ba? That's why we should be smart as well when it comes to choosing our winning item na kung saan makakapagbigay tayo ng competitive price sa market. Ayan. So, lastly pala, ayan, we can also base it on our passion. So, of course, one of the great thing then on selling is through our passion, di ba? So, yung maganda din kasi magbenta na ikaw mismo yung nagte-testify ng item na binibenta mo. Kaya sobrang nakakatuwa po, no? Yung mga nagbebenta, for example, ng beauty products, na sila mismo yung nagtatry or sila mismo yung nagtitestify na mas naging confident sila, mas na-boost nila yung inner self nila with specific item na binebenta nila. Because, of course, yung personal testimony natin, yung mas magandang marketing material. And nandoon din, of course, na, for example, ikaw mismo, hindi mo ma-post sa timeline mo yung product na binebenta mo, or ikaw mismo, hindi ka naniniwala sa kayang gawin ng product na binebenta mo, then sinong maniniwala sa'yo, di ba? That's why it's very important to look for a winning item based on our passion. So we can ask these questions, no? Like, is this something I can use personally? Magagamit ko ba to sa sarili ko? Is this something that I know the target market or category? For example, alam natin yung item na ito is for para sa mga tatay, or alam natin na para sa mga baby itong mga items na to. So yon. And lastly, is this something that would sell to my market? For example, sa group of friends natin or sa mga target market natin, for example, yung market natin sa ngayon is mga youth or yun nga, mga kabataan or young entrepreneurs. So, bebenta ba to sa current market ko? So, kailangan natin isaalang-alang yung mga questions na to for us to really find yung winning item. And kumbaga yung mga item na talagang tatagal sa store natin. Ayan. So, nakakasunod pa po ba tayo? Ayan. You can comment yes. You can comment yes kung nakakasunod pa po tayo. So, I know na maybe overloaded po yung information natin because, of course, once again, these are from the experiences ni Seller Gateway, and we want to not just educate, but to help everyone with your businesses because it's our mission. Ayan, so we will be proceeding pa sa next slides natin. Of course, next step on scaling our businesses, first is how we would find our winning item. So now we will be talking about how to find your suppliers. Ayan. So finding your suppliers. So here are the steps. So we have to choose the right supplier, of course. Second, we have to qualify those factories or suppliers. Third, we should have casual engagement with factories or suppliers. And lastly, we can do product hunting. Ayan. So, in choosing the right supplier, once again, we can find po yung mga winning or mga suppliers ng winning items natin through these marketplaces. So, once again, ito pong mga marketplaces na to, yung mula sa database ni Seller Gateway na kung saan hindi pa po kami nabobogus. So, yun po yung maipagmamalaki din po namin na with our operations, never pa po kaming nabogus. And, of course, ayun din, kumbaga, dito din po natin pwedeng makita yung mga suppliers ng winning items po natin. Next, is to qualify these factories. Of course, nandun pa rin po dapat na, kumbaga, kahit na nag-suggest po kami ng mga platforms kung saan pwede po nating hanapan ng mga suppliers, we should still do our due diligence when it comes to qualifying these factories. So, paano po? We should look for digital presence credibility. So, dapat hanapin po natin kung ito bang mga factories na to is meron ng naging transactions or meron na silang napa-import, meron na silang proof of shipments or data na maipe-present para ma-validate nila yung sarili nila mismo na legitimate po silang factories. And of course, once again, we can use yung mga features po na meron ang ating platforms para mahanap natin to. For example, this specific tabs, we can say na itong mga tabs na to, dito po natin makikita yung mga suppliers na talagang nakapagbenta na sila or nakapagpa-import na sila ng mga items or nakapagpa-export na sila ng mga items. And magagamit po natin ito to look for the right supplier for our specific item. Not just that, doon po or dito mismo sa mga icons na to, as we can see, ito pong mga icons na to, may specific meaning po yan. And ito po yung pwede nating magamit to verify if yung supplier na kausap po natin or yung kinokontak po natin is a legitimate supplier. Ayan. And yung details po nito will be pag-uusapan po natin later. Ayan. So, other than that, we should of course have casual engagement with these suppliers. So first and foremost, we should tawag dito, keep in mind that we are talking to Chinese suppliers or someone po na hindi Pilipino. So, nandoon na there are language barriers, there are cultural barriers din po. That's why we have to have constant and clear communication with them. So as we engage with these suppliers, nandoon na we have to keep in mind na dapat maayos silang makipag-usap sa atin, maayos din po tayo makipag-communicate sa kanila. Second, we should see or dapat makita nyo po sa kanila na hindi po dapat sila too good to be true. So, kailangan po natin itong i-take note because if these suppliers po, kung yung mga suppliers na ito ay competitive enough or alam po nila na sila yung direct supplier or sila yung main source ng mga items na to, then hindi na nila kailangan ng flowery words, hindi na nila kailangan ibenta pa yung sarili nila. Dahil kapag present na nila yung presyo ng item nila, enough na yon para makapagbenta sila. If alam nila na sila yung lowest price in the market or in China, dahil sila yung direct na manufacturer ng specific item na ito, then hindi na nila kailangan pang bolahan, diba? So, they should not be too good to be true. And lastly, of course, if you feel that something is off, don't proceed. Ayan. So, nandoon din na we should trust our guts, no? Nandoon na if alam natin or nakikita natin na, for example, masyado ng maraming pinapangako, ganun, or sobrang hindi realistic yung sinasabi ng natin, ng supplier natin, then we should trust our guts and don't proceed. Ayan. Lastly, we can also use product hunting. We can also do product hunting when it comes to sourcing our items or finding our suppliers. So first, meron po tayong mga agents, companies, apps, or websites na pwede pong gamitin to verify yung mga suppliers na to and to hunt yung mga suppliers na talagang legitimate. And yung samples po ng agents, companies, apps, or websites will be discussed din po later. Ayan. So, of course, ayan. So, we're done with the two questions, no? First is how we can find our winning item, and second, how to find our suppliers. So our last topic that we will be discussing today is how to import your item. And with that, I proudly present to you my co-speaker, Miss Genevieve Reyes.
Ayan. So thank you so much, Jeremy, for running us through the first two parts of our webinar for today. Hopefully, you have gained more knowledge po or nakakuha kayo ng ideas on how to source your winning item, ano-ano yung mga kailangan nating hanapin, and steps that we need to do to validate our suppliers. And of course, ngayon naman, it's not enough to really just to find your winning items, to source or malaman kung saan yung supply niyan, if hindi naman natin yan mapapadala here in the Philippines in order for us to sell, no? And with this, here comes the process ng importation. And nakakatuwa nga po nowadays because Filipinos are aware na on how big the industry of importation is. And marami na talaga yung naglalakas loob to venture into this kind of business. Kasi of course, before, nung wala pa tayong enough knowledge dyan, masyadong skeptical tayo when it comes to importing our items. Pag inisip natin galing sa China, ay baka sira-sira yung ipadala. Yan, low quality. But now, we are more than aware na most of the items talaga gawa again in China. It's just a matter of finding the right supplier and of course, being successful sa pag-import nito ng mga items na ito. So paano nga ba tayo mag-import ng mga items? So with that, we actually have two processes that you can choose from. So it's either the hard way or the easy way. So, hindi porket hard, no, hindi na to pwedeng maging applicable sa inyo. So, hindi porket easy, ito na agad yung for you na gusto mong gawin. It's really up to you on how you want to process your importation. Meron po kasing prefer nung hard way or nung longer way kasi they benefit more or mas gusto nila yung mas technical yung process, mas onte, I guess, yung risk. While in the easy way naman, it's easier. Pero somehow, wala kang control over some of the things. So later on, or on the next few slides, yan, ipapakita natin yung difference so that kayo na po yung mamili kung ano yung gusto nyo, hard way or easy way ba yan. And so first is the hard way. So under this importation process, all you need to do is to look for suppliers, look for freight forwarders. So in looking for suppliers, you have to know if these suppliers are assisting when it comes to importation or when it comes to exportation sa part nila since sila yung magpapadala outside. If sila ba yung nagbubook ng container, ayan, so ano yung mga Incoterms nila when it comes to importation. And afterwards, you have to look for your own trusted freight forwarders. So with freight forwarders, ito naman yung bahala when it comes to sailing your containers from the port in China going into the Philippines. So there are actually a lot of freight forwarders you can choose from. And under the hard way, kayo po yung bahala kung sino yung trusted nyo na freight forwarders na pwede nyong gamitin. And of course, yung pinakasulit para sa inyo, yung mababa yung rate per CBM, ganyan. And you also have to have networks when it comes to custom brokers or actually, madami nag-aalok niyan na custom brokers here in the Philippines. You just have to choose sino din po yung pagkakatiwalaan nyo. And custom brokers are the ones naman po na naglakad ng compliance natin with customs. Ayan. So, of course, under this hard way, you have to apply for your own import license and other extension permits. So, extension permits, it pertains to yung mga permits na nag-aalaw sa atin na mag-import ng specific item. So, if mga cosmetics, mga food, we have to comply with FDA permits. And if other items naman po, other permits yung katumbas niyan. And process your orders from suppliers for exportation compliance. So ito yung na-mention ko kanina under suppliers. So under the hard way, you really have to screen your supplier if they assist you for exportation and if nagko-comply sila dyan. And of course, you will be the one to process. So ang good thing naman dito sa hard way, you go through the processes on your own. So nakikita mo kung paano talaga ginagawa yung importation. And aside from that, ito yung mga items or yung mga list nung kailangan mong gawin under the hard way. So big capital, kailangan din yan. So bakit kailangan ng malaking capital? Because you need to comply with the business permits. And business permits, of course, for you to legally operate here in the Philippines, in every business naman po kailangan natin yan gawin. And of course, you need to have your own office in China and Philippines, warehouse in China and Philippines, and employees in China and Philippines as well. Because if you do it your own, of course, from the supplier, kailangan may pagdadalhan sila na warehouse in China before nyo i-transfer yan sa inyong mga trusted forwarders. And of course, in your warehouse, there should be your employees na magmo-monitor ng shipments, if tama yung ipapadala, tama yung CBM volume. So, aside from that, of course, your employees here in the Philippines as well. So, kailangan nyo mag-comply with import license. FDA, NTC, BPI, ito yung mga examples of extension permits and other permits. Of course, you need to do intensive research, di ba? In choosing pa lang your freight forwarder, choosing your custom brokers, sino ba yung suited para sa atin. So, yan yung mga kailangan nating i-research. And you have to build networks with custom suppliers, etc. So, sometimes talaga it's hard na magpa-import sa atin with customs. But of course, if we will do it our own way, it's easier kapag kami contact tayo sa customs para mas maging mas smooth yung flow ng ating importation. And with this hard way, it will take us a total of 6 months to 1 year with 1 to 3 million capital. So, ganyan kalaki yung capital. But if you are willing to invest naman and to really learn the whole importation process, technicalities, maybe the hard way is the one for you. But pwede mas tumagal pa dyan yung compliance since ngayon ECQ, di ba, matagal makakuha somehow nung ibang permits. Ayan, medyo limited yung galaw natin. Pero if you are not willing or if you are not ready to venture into importation business with that large amount of capital at ganyang waiting time, of course, you have the option naman to do it the easy way. So with doing it the easy way, you have to choose lang your shipping agents. So we have 2 steps lang naman dito na kailangan natin. So you see the difference, di ba? You need to find your shipping agent, your preferred shipping agent. Number 2 is you need to prepare your documents for suppliers. Ayan, under this easy way kasi, si shipping agent na natin yung bahala from scheduling nung containers, loading nung ating mga goods sa container from the China warehouse. And what's good with this is yung mga shipping agents natin, meron din silang sariling warehouse nila in China. So, ayan. And you have to prepare documents for suppliers. So, ang mga documents lang na kailangan nito, which is easily complied by the suppliers, is the packing list. So doon sa packing list makikita natin kung gaano kalaki or ilang boxes, ayan, ilang CBM, ano yung laman ng shipments natin, and pro forma invoice. Yung pro forma invoice will be used for the declaration of your goods. So yun lang naman yung mga documents na nakakomply naman ayan agad ng mga Chinese suppliers. Yan. And of course, with these processes, from finding your winning items, sourcing, or verifying your suppliers up until importation, we can really prove that building, growing, and sustaining your online business is not easy if we want to go on a higher level. Of course, si Seller Gateway, na-experience din naman yan when we were just starting. So just to give you a brief background, kaya Seller Gateway is being able to teach mga aspiring Filipino entrepreneurs ngayon because we really started din naman as online sellers, kagaya nyo po. Up until nalaman namin yung technicalities when it comes to finding the direct suppliers, hanggang magpa-import na po kami ng sarili naming items to sell, and now currently giving knowledge naman din sa ating mga online sellers, giving equal opportunities to existing and aspiring Filipino entrepreneurs, and making these services easy for you through our supply chain solutions. Ayan, so dyan na po ang supply chain solution with the services na ino-offer ngayon ni Seller Gateway. Ngayon, it will be easier for you to do your own business through our end-to-end supply chain specialized to build the backbone of every online sellers. So, with this, let me run you through lang dun sa services na meron si Seller Gateway. But hindi pa ito yung main surprise namin para sa inyo because kung nagagawa to ni Seller Gateway ngayon, kayang-kaya nyo na din yan gawin without going through the experience ni Seller Gateway, which is years of experience. Bago namin nalaman itong lahat ng technicalities, lahat ng processes na ito. So later on, ipapakita ko yung surprise namin for everyone. So stay tuned kayo hanggang sa end ng video na to. So run through ko lang kayo sa current services that we have. So first is our e-commerce service. So under this e-commerce service, you may check our website. It's www.sellergateway.com.ph. Punta po kayo sa e-commerce section and advanced import. Makikita niyo po dyan yung mga items available natin on hand sa Seller Gateway warehouse, which you can access at, we believe, the lowest price in the market para naman makapag-compete pa kayo when it comes to price sa pagbebentahan nyo in your own platform. Of course, we also do product sourcing. If you don't want to go through the hassle of verifying your suppliers, kayo yung makikipag-usap to order, you don't want to go through the hassle ng language barrier, culture difference. Ayan, so si Seller Gateway na yung maghahanap ng supplier for you. Kami na din yung bahalang mag-process ng order nyo, coordinating it with the supplier. And of course, importing it here in the Philippines, kayang-kaya na rin po yung gawin ni Seller Gateway through our importation service. At 9,800 only per CBM, one of the lowest in the Philippine market as well. And we also offer space in our warehouse for those na sobrang dami ng stocks at wala na mapagtambakan, ayan, or mapaglagyan. Open po ang warehouse ni Seller Gateway for you under our warehousing service. And we also offer fulfillment service doon sa ginagawa lang yung online business on the side at may iba pa po kayong priorities or may iba pa po kayong work or ibang business na hinahandle. Because under our fulfillment service, kami na po yung bahalang mag-pick and pack ng inyong orders. Kami po yung bahalang magbalot sa bubble wraps. And all you have to do is focus in selling and marketing your items. And under our payment assistance naman po, if ever you need to pay ng RMB or USD into your suppliers, pwede po namin kayong ma-assist dyan under the payment assistance offer ni Seller Gateway. Ayan. So this is the service. These are the services na ino-offer namin for almost 2 years of operating ni Seller Gateway. Of course, with our experience, thousands of suppliers na po yung nakausap namin, hundreds or even thousands ng mga shipments, thousands of shipments na naparating natin here in the Philippines. And through this experience, of course, combined with our experience as online sellers pa before namin sinimulan si Seller Gateway, we are now giving a surprise to all fellow Filipino entrepreneurs para talaga namang ma-level up nyo ang inyong business. So this program or this course is really 1 year in the making. Yan, almost 1 year in the making na din siya. And under this program, the e-comportation franchise, we will be offering a course. So, sino yung gustong mag-aral all about importation and e-commerce? So, dun sa mga interested, this one is definitely the program for you. Under this e-comportation franchise, ipapakita na po sa inyo ni Seller Gateway paano namin ginagawa ang aming business. And you can be the sourcer and importer of your own online business. And not only that, our CEO and founder, Sir Carlos Cito, will be the one discussing this one personally po sa ating lahat. So ano-ano nga ba ang dapat nating i-expect under our e-comportation franchise? Ayan. So, i-run through po kayo doon sa mga modules or mga topics under this course.
Or siguro pakita rin natin yung ano.
Sige. Habang pinapakita ni Jeremy yung deck. Pero yung part 1 natin, your winning item, criteria on finding winning items, and where to find your winning items. So, actually, di ba, diniscuss naman natin siya earlier, pero we will go deeper dyan under our e-comportation franchise. Ayan, wait. And for the part 2 of our e-comportation franchise, i-discuss naman natin ang sourcing hack. So, the 5 product categories for sourcing requests. Ano-ano lang ba ang top 5 na categories para hindi tayo ma-overwhelm, no? Sobrang dami natin tinitingnan na categories. Ano ang 2 types of sourcing requests? Ano ang difference niyan? Top 5 business-to-business websites where you can do product sourcing. So kanina binigyan kayo ni Jeremy ng ito yung mga trusted natin na platforms kung saan tayo pwedeng maghanap ng mga legit suppliers. Pero saan ba si Seller Gateway nakakakuha ng pinaka-legit na supplier, direct supplier, pinakamababang magbigay, maganda yung quality ng mga items? Saan naghahanap niyan si Seller Gateway? Yan po ang ipapakita natin sa inyo under the e-comportation franchise. And top 5 countries where you can do product sourcing. So, hindi lang tayo limited sa China, ha? Same as ginagawa ni Seller Gateway. We can also source suppliers from different part of the world. And 2 ways of sourcing an item. Paano nga ba natin hinahanap or sinusource ang item? So, meron dyang top 2 ways lang. Qualifying process in verifying the legitimacy of factories. So kanina pinakita ni Jeremy yung mga yung mga di ba, suppliers or yung mga stores in Alibaba, ganyan. Merong mga badge. So ano-ano nga ba ang ibig sabihin ng mga badge na to? Iisa-isahin natin yan under the e-comportation franchise. and the common factory locations in China. May excite you dito because just to give you a gist, so kapag pala nakalocate ang isang factory sa specific province in China, meron lang yung specialty. So if fabric yung specialty niya at dito siya nakalocate sa province na to, legit yan. Pero if kunwari yung province na to is pang fabric pero ang binenta niya is machines, so better think and verify twice dahil pwedeng bogus supplier yan. So yun po yung matututunan natin under the part 2 of our e-comportation franchise. And for the part 3, diba, sobrang overloaded with information na really helpful sa atin. Sabi nga po namin, binibigay na namin talaga sa inyo yung business ni Seller Gateway at paano namin siya ginagawa. So sa part 3 naman natin, i-discuss natin lahat naman about importation. Gano'n na nga ba kalaki ang importation industry ngayon? Importation 101, things you need to learn in importing your own items. 11 most common container categories and types of containers. So, kung ganito yung item mo, ano bang dapat containers yung hahanapin mong magdala niyan here in the Philippines? Ayan. And of course, the terms you need to familiarize yourself. The technical terms. Importation process from China to Philippines. So, kanina binigyan ko kayo ng overview with the long and hard process and the quick and simple process. Pero under this course or this program, i-breakdown natin yan at hihimay-himayin natin yan isa-isa. And dito naman, how Divisoria, Baclaran, and you can find direct factories. So, di ba, gusto nyo bang dumirekta sa supplier ng Divisoria and Baclaran? Malalaman nyo yan kung paano under the e-comportation franchise. And of course, under this program, hindi namin kayo iiwan with overloaded information. Dahil at the end of this course, tutulungan kayo ng Seller Gateway team for the execution. And under this execution, we will set up your e-comportation business with your own Alibaba account, 1688 account setup, WeChat account setup, WhatsApp account setup, and actually a whole lot more. Ayan. So, and other things na pwede nyo pang malaman. Ayan, so may nag-edit habang nagsasalita ka. So, a lot more po. Ayan. And other things po nakasama para sa ating e-comportation franchise is, di ba, hindi pa tayo natapos dyan. Meron pa tayong bonus for all our attendees na talaga namang you will forever treasure if you are doing this business. Dahil bibigyan namin kayo ng list of direct factories, list of our most trusted shipping agents. So, hindi nyo na kailangan pumunta at mag-screen ng mga shipping agents. Dahil sasabihin na namin sa inyo kung sino ba ang mga trusted, ang mga pagkakatiwalaan yung shipping agents. List of payment gateways. Paano nakakapagpabayad si Seller Gateway? Paano kami nagtatransfer ng payment sa suppliers? And bonus, contact information of one of the main supplier of Divisoria. Di ba sobrang namumurahan na kayo sa Divisoria, pero makukuha nyo pa ang mga items na to sa supplier nila ng sobrang less pa. Ayan. So, with that, excited na ba kayong malaman kung...
So, bigyan din natin sila ng overview, no? Baka sabihin nyo na puro hype lang po tayo. So, we will be... Pakita din po natin yung mismong deck.
Okay.
As in 1 year, almost in the making, no?
Pero glance lang po to guys, so
yes.
Bibilisan lang natin. Dahil baka,
Yes.
mas nila yung buong content.
Correct. And, yan, while habang hinahanap nila, guys, nung nasilip ko din yan, sabi ko nga, grabe, talagang parang na to, bagong seller. Parang binibigay na nila sa atin lahat talaga yung, kung paano nila ginagawa yung importation business nila. 'Di ba? So, if you want to look for suppliers directly, 'di ba? Ayan, bibigay nila yan. So, eto na yan. Grabe.
Ready na po ba kayo?
So, para
Ready na ba?
Para mag-franchise ka rin ng Seller Gateway,
Yes.
di ba?
Oo.
So, first na to.
Ayan. So, ayan, papakita po namin yung Ayan, so talagang as in lahat po yan, makikita niyo po sa amin. Ayan, and of course, nandoon din na, ayan,
Ilang slides na? Sa
Sobrang,
100 slides yata.
sobrang bilis nga. Hindi mas bilis lahat.
as in gist na po yan. And ayan, nandoon din na, of course, with these e-com franchise, of course, nandoon na we want to live up pa rin talaga with our mission na to help every aspiring and existing entrepreneurs. That's why we always do these programs and benefits kung saan makakatulong talaga sa amin because we know yun nga exactly where everyone is coming from. Ayan.
So, at saka sobrang lucky or blessed ng mga SFE talaga kasi Miss Kat, ngayon lang talaga namin nilabas yan. Ngayon lang din po namin siya in-announce and this e-comportation franchise program is first off, i-offer natin for SFE. But we have currently, due to ECQ restrictions, meron lang po tayong limited number of attendees for our first batch. And the surprise is, gagawin po natin siya hindi webinar, pero gagawin po natin ito through physical seminar, which is 2 days. So 2 days po ang seminar na to with a limited slots of 20 people or 20 attendees. So with that, for the first 20 po na mag-message na lang sa ating page ng e-comportation franchise will be able to reserve their slot. So with that, magkano nga ba itong e-comportation franchise? Re-reveal na po ba namin, Miss Kat, yung price?
Sige, Gina.
Right.
Guys,
Okay.
sobrang...
Okay, so this is originally
yan. This e-comportation franchise we offer originally for 70,000 pesos, but exclusive for SFE and our early bird promo, you can now have access or mapag-aaralan nyo na the buong sourcing, trading, and importation business for only 35,000 pesos. This is a 2-day course with execution, with bonus freebies po yan, which will be conducted sometime this September. Wala pa tayong final date, but to be announced yan this September na po yan. Once again, first 20 slots lang po ang kukunin natin for this first session. First po na mag-message sa ating page na Seller Gateway Inc. ng e-comportation franchise will be able to reserve their slots.
Ayan, so take note din po na sobrang important or sobrang blessed po ng bawat isa because of course, we won't know kung kailan pa po natin to ulit magagawa. And ayun po, we exclusively open as our first or early bird promo for SFE. So better reserve your slots po, no? Because this is coming really, really soon. So if you want to know more about importation, sourcing and importation, especially for everyone na gusto po talagang mag-scale ng business and to level up their online business. So this is the perfect, what do you call this? Educational material, of course, para sa'yo. Ayan. So, if you want, once again, you can message Ma'am Kat po siguro or message din po sa aming Facebook page na e-comportation franchise if you want to secure your slots now.
Ayan. Ayan. So, guys, actually, if you are really looking for leveling up your business, and this is a good deal, kasi bibigyan na nila mismo yung parang sistema nila, paano nila ginagawa yung business nila. And it's just for 35,000 pesos. Pag magka-franchise ka nga ng, Jollibee, yung mga ganun, di ba? It's already parang yung business nila, sobrang milyon yung babayaran mo. But with this, 35K lang, you can have your own importation business na, malalaman mo pa saan yung mga suppliers talaga, direct suppliers, diba? So, yun. And, yun nga, Sir Jeremy, baka kasi nagtataka sila, diba, ECQ or tapos live seminar. So, paano ba kaya yung magiging nun? Yun yung,
With that po,
Yeah, sa September naman po, we are hoping na ma-lift na yung ECQ. So, kaya po natin siya nilagay in September and wala pong specific day so that, of course, we will follow the ECQ guidelines and kaya din po limited lang po talaga yung kaya nating i-cater as of the moment. But we prefer to do this physically po talaga dahil for us to interact po sa isa't isa. Also, para po masubaybayan kayo better ni Seller Gateway, especially when it comes to execution. So, sabay-sabay po natin yan gagawin. Para hindi naman po namin kayo maiwan with like overloaded information na parang hindi nyo po alam yung on how to apply, di ba? So, at the end of our course, execution tayo agad dyan.
And mas personal yung magiging approach din po natin na, of course, if you have specific questions, we can cater that and we can also have yung talks din po siguro if you want any suggestions or questions regarding your specific business. So, pwede din po natin gawin yan because we are conducting this seminar, di ba? So, doon natin talaga ma-maximize lahat ng pwede natin gawin. Dahil, of course, ang hirap din po na webinar na baka mamaya sabihin lang ng iba na, ay, recorded naman to or mababalikan ka naman to. So, granted lang din po siya. And, ayun, the great thing with our seminar, of course, nandoon na we can really engage then with other participants. So, ayun, kumaga, palakasan din talaga tayo ng business.
You can build your network as well.
Yes, which is very important sa e-commerce.
Yes, and if ever ba sa warehouse ni Seller Gateway yan? Kasi kung doon, after ng webinar, pwede na kayo mag-shopping doon ng products.
To do it po sana in a convention place or in a events place para mas malaki po tayo yung space natin. But of course, after the course, welcome naman po kayo anytime to visit our warehouse.
Yan. And ayun nga, guys, I can really vouch for Seller Gateway naman. If you're thinking, 35K ang mahal, mababawi ko ba yan? Guys, totoo, mababawi nyo talaga siya kasi, yung mga products ng Seller Gateway, they are direct from suppliers. And they also have this program na you can activate factory price, ganyan. And alam nyo, yung 35K din, kasi nag-enroll din ako dun sa isa nilang program. 35K din nilabas ko. And alam nyo, bawing-bawi ko na siya agad. No hype. So, meron akong particular items nila na binibenta and nabawi ko na talaga. So, I am very thankful and grateful with Seller Gateway. Kaya sabi ko nga, why not share ko din yon sa inyo? Kasi hindi pa aware lahat ng tao or mas marami pang tao regarding the services ni Seller Gateway that kayang-kaya talaga natin makipag-compete sa price. Kasi madalas yun, Sir Jeremy and Miss Jen, yung problem ng mga seller ngayon eh. Like, paano sila makakalaban dun sa mga mas mababa yung presyo? Well, isa lang sagot niyan. Kailangan mong pumunta sa pinakapuno niyang item na yan. Kasi hanggat reseller ka, hanggat nakikibenta ka lang, hindi ka talaga makakalaban. And I think this program is very helpful sa ating mga sellers. Diba? Hindi ka lang matututo paano mag-source ng product. And malay mo, pag lumago yung business mo, ikaw din magkaroon na ng sarili mong importation company, diba? Kinalaban si Seller Gateway. Pero yun naman yung mission ni Seller Gateway. I mean, di naman sila takot sa competition kasi ano na yan eh, may sistema na sila. Sabi nga, you can duplicate, pero execution-wise, syempre, iba-iba pa rin naman tayo. Diba? Yun, kasi ito talaga din yung sabi ko eh. Nung gusto niya, kaso nasa abroad siya, yun lang talaga.
Yes, actually, yun din, Miss Kat, yung kino-consider namin. But for the first session, gagawin natin siyang physical. But of course, we hear your suggestions naman po. So, we will see kung paano natin siya magagawang webinar or digital. And by that time, mag-a-announce tayo. So, isa din po si Miss Kat and the SFE to be the first one to know about this one. And ayun po, once na naging available na siya.
Ayan. Sana magawa natin paraan kasi yun nga marami talaga tayong mga OFWs din na, they are really willing to invest this kind of a business din talaga. But, yun nga. I really understand din naman yung reason ni Sellergate because they want to protect din yung materials, diba? Kasi nga, it's their business na yung ilalatag nila sa atin. So, alam niyo na, sa Pilipinas, lahat na lang, pinipirata, diba? So, to protect din the materials. And, yan, we really understand din. Ayan. And yun, sobrang dami nila talagang services na nakakatulong sa atin. And kung browse nyo talaga yung page nila, they are also doing now dropshipping, diba? And ayun nga, factory price na program, sobrang they're really, makikita nyo na they are really into helping e-compreneurs. Diba? Hindi ito basta parang kumita lang, but yan nga, it's to mission to help. Kasi guys, kung pera-pera lang, they can just really price this at 100,000 pesos eh. Kasi nga, it's their experience, yung binibenta nila, and di ba, yung pagbalik-balik nila sa China, malamang yung mga contacts nila, it's the 35K is sobrang cheap niyan. Talaga.
Yes, and isa pa, Miss Kat, si Sir Carlo mismo ang magdi-discuss. So, sinong mga fans ni Sir Carlo dyan na gusto magpa-feature sa kanya. Ayan.
Yan
So,
nga
siya mismo ang magdi-discuss ng ating e-comportation franchise.
Yes. And of course,
yes po.
ayan. Also po yung natin, no? Kasi sa franchise po natin, hindi lang po namin specify kunwari na ito yung winning item, ito si mga supplier, but we will teach you kung paano kayo mismo yung maghahanap. So that kahit wala na kami or kahit hindi na, kumbaga, kahit nandoon na tapos na yung course, nandoon na magiging sustainable pa rin yung naging naging investment natin. So it's a really long-term plan din and long-term benefit for every one of us. So,
yes. Ang ganda nun, no? Tapos wala ng COVID, pwede na pumunta ng China mismo, diba? So guided na. Sarap naman nun. Oo nga. Sana matapos na talaga para makapag-China talaga, diba? Magkaroon tayong field trip. Yung, malamang yung first batch, diba?
Warehouse hopping.
Sobrang dami ng factories po in China. Kulang daw talaga ang one day in one province na malibot mo siya. So, that's the exciting part din po na lahat tayo mag-grow ang business natin at makapunta tayo ng China to source for our factories.
And ma-visit din po natin yung warehouse natin sa China.
Yes,
yun, oo, yun. Isa pa yun, kaya sobrang legit ng Seller Gateway because they have warehouse din in China. So, di ba? So, yan. May question lang po kanina si PJ, like how to find a niche daw. So, paano daw maging effective na online seller to earn more? So, sagutin ko po muna to, Sir Jeremy and Miss Jen. So, PJ, I think na-share ko to sa isang webinar ko, itong week lang din na to, na when you are finding a niche, actually, hindi yun dapat ang una mong hinahanap. You should know your target market or your target audience first. And then, kapag alam mo na kung sino yung audience or market na isa-serve mo, then, yun yung time na maghahanap ka ng product to address yung problem ng target market mo. And then, that's the time you decide if you're going to have a general store for that particular audience or a niche. When you say niche, yan nga, specific tao or audience, let's say, mga katulad ko, plus size. So, ano ba yung mga kailangan ng mga plus size na tao? Let's say, for fashion, ganyan. So, clothes and all. So, you need to determine your target market first. Hanggat wala kang target market and audience, you cannot really think ano ang niche, ano ang tamang niche. So, yan. Kasi di ba, Sir Jeremy and Miss Jen, yan yung problema or mistake minsan ng mga tao. Nagpo-proceed agad sila sa importation without knowing their audience. Diba? Kaya minsan, may product na sila, nakapagpa-import na sila. Kasi sabi nung kapitbahay namin, yun daw yung winning item, yun yung mabenta. Dumating yung product, hindi niya alam kung saan niya ipopost, hindi niya alam kanino niya ibebenta. Diba? So, you cannot really, yun nga, sayang, winning item sana, kaso hindi mo alam paano ibenta. So, yan po yung ituturo nyo, diba? Tama ba? Yan din. So, isa yan sa maituturo sa atin ni Seller Gateway. Not just finding the winning item, not just the sourcing or importation, but of course, hindi, paano natin siya ibebenta. Diba?
Yes. And of course, yung decision making din natin, no, not on parang may improve din natin yung parang critical thinking natin on not just finding niche, not just finding your winning item, but kumbaga in your business in general na alin dito yung mag-work, alin dito yung hindi. And just to add din po na dun sa nabanggit ni Ma'am Pixie on finding your niche. Of course, you really have to, aside dun sa know our target market, pero we should also adapt doon sa sa demand ng market sa ngayon because sobrang adaptive kasi talaga ng e-commerce, sobrang fast-paced. So, ito, ganito nga yung kumikita, or ito yung kumikita sa ngayon, and for the next day, iba na naman, no? So, nandoon na we should really see din kung ano yung hinahanap. We should do our research, we should engage with different social medias for us to really find kung alin ba yung pwede nating maging products or maging categories if we really want yung merong categories or if we want na maging specific yung store natin. So, yung details din po nun will be, of course, discussed on our e-comportation franchise.
Ayan. Thank you, Sir Jeremy. Ayan, guys, may mga questions pa ba kayo? Ano to? Mas tama ang lalaki. Ano yun? Mas tama si Jeremy? So, hindi ko mag-get, sorry, kung ano yung sinabi niya. But, yun. Yun, guys, any more questions? Any more questions? I think they're really interested about the importation po talaga. And yun yung ano kasi ngayon medyo struggle, 'di ba? Kasi nga akala nila maraming mahal, and yun nga minsan hindi maganda pala yung quality na dumadating kasi nga hindi pala naman talaga yung direct supplier, reseller lang pala. So, yun. Ayun, so I guess wala pa po silang mga questions, but ayun nga, Sir Jeremy and Miss Jen, bago tayo mag-end, siguro invite lang uli natin sila, like recap lang ng lahat. So, yes.
Okay. So, ayan, once again, aside po sa lahat ng mga natutunan natin ngayon, alam ko, hopefully, this have been a very helpful information na nakuha po natin with our webinar for this afternoon. But if we want to go deeper, if we want to really know the technicalities when it comes to product sourcing, importation, validating your suppliers, at kung gusto na natin i-level up ang ating business, nakagaya kung paano siya ginagawa ngayon ni Seller Gateway, we are once again inviting everyone to be part of our program which we first launched under SFE po. And sa lahat po ng attendees dito, once again, we are only opening 20 slots for our e-comportation franchise. Mangyayari po yan within this September. This is a physical 2 days session whereas we will teach you all the technicalities with the supply chain. So product sourcing, importation, ituturo po namin yan lahat sa inyo for only 35,000 pesos, and our last day will include execution ng lahat po ng matututunan natin and other bonuses po na ibibigay.
I-reveal rin ba natin yung isa sa ano?
Alin?
Surprise? Ay, pa-surprise.
Surprise pa yun! Surprise!
So may surprise pa po tayo.
And yun pala. And kung sino rin po yung gusto first off makarinig ng experience ni Sir Carlo on how he built Seller Gateway. Of course, by that time po, Jeremy and ako po, we just recently joined Seller Gateway din po last year. But before that, of course, nag-ooperate na din sila. So you will hear it first off from Sir Carlo how he founded the company. So, ayan po. So, see you everyone po. Those who are interested can message us once again in our page, Seller Gateway Inc. or you can message Miss Kat po.
Ayan. Sige, Sir Hernan, I will try to message you then send you the link. Or you can message po si Seller Gateway. But siguro ako na lang mag-message sa'yo para sure na matanggap or masagot agad yung question mo. Sige po. Ayan. And guys, kasi yung owner din ng Seller Gateway, medyo ano lang siya, shy. And actually busy. Busy din kasi talaga siya. I can really say na online seller din siya before. Kaya yung heart niya, sobrang lapit sa journey ng mga online seller. So, hindi lang siya basta businessman na nagtayo ng importation company, tas yun na. But it is really based on his experience talaga. Kaya sure tayo na na tama yung mga matututunan natin dito. Kasi kung hindi naman, 'di ba, wala sanang Seller Gateway. Ayun. So, ayun. So, thank you Sir Jeremy and Miss Jen. Yes, siguro yun na nga lang. Hingin ko na lang din yung link siguro kung meron or kung hindi sila makapag-message. Wait, may pahabol na question. Ma'am, sa importation services, do you cater sa mga permits need ng government?
Ayan. You mean po ba, ma'am, if under Seller Gateway po kayo magpapa-import? If under kay Seller Gateway po kayo magpapa-import, we have that necessary permits na po for general merchandise. So, nakakapagparating na po tayo ng thousands of shipments dyan. Except, of course, yung mga restricted and prohibited goods na hindi po natin ina-allow. But if ever na you are planning to have your own importation po at magre-register po kayo, what Seller Gateway can do is to assist lang po kayo doon sa mga needed na list of permits, but of course, personal na po natin yung lalakarin.
Ayan. Like if I wanted to import essential oils or herbs, need ng national quarantine.
Yes. So if under kay Seller Gateway po na importation service, kami na po yung bahala dyan with your permits. Nakakapagpadala na din po kami ng mga oils and herbs.
Yes, so all-in-one pricing na din po kami. So for example, magpa-source po kayo ng oils or herbs. So kami na po yung maghahanap ng item, then ibibigay lang po namin sa inyo yung price, and then once na-approve nyo po yung quotation, ayan, so wala na po kayong iintindihin. You just have to sleep while you wait for your items to arrive here in the Philippines.
Totoo yan. Kasi meron din akong item na sa kanila. Binigay ko lang yung link, yung photo. Tapos sila na naghanap, tapos meron ng quotation after. So ganun lang. Ganun lang kadali magpa-import with Seller Gateway. So sila na bahala. Magabayad ka na lang.
Diba? So, wala na talaga iintindihan regarding
importation fee, taxes, duties, kasama na po yan lahat sa quotation.
Correct. Ayan. So, guys, check Seller Gateway na rin na dito, pages and yung nila, website for more Seller Gateway services. And again, yung in-offer nila sa atin na ulit nga, nasa na ba yung slide ulit? Para lang makita nila yung e-comportation. Ayun. Yan. So guys, the e-comportation franchise. So it's like having your own Seller Gateway company. So, ayan guys. Okay, so message lang po kayo about the e-comportation franchise kay Seller Gateway. Guys, 20 slots lang. Mabilis lang to maubos kasi lalo na ngayon, maraming tao ang gusto matuto talaga how to get a direct supplier. So, again, di nila alam kung kailan nila to uulitin. 20 slots lang. So, unahan na kayo yan. Diba? And it's only 35,000.
Promo lang din po, Miss Kat, yung 35K. And after the early bird promo, we will be back to our regular price of 70,000 pesos po for this course.
Oh no. So guys, early bird lang. So grab nyo na yan. So sobrang half the price, diba? So grab na natin to. I think yung brother ko, he would be interested kasi nga they are actually into chemical business naman eh. Hindi sila e-commerce na so chemical. So I think maka-grab niya rin to. So hindi lang to guys pang e-commerce, I think. If basta balak nyo mag-source ng products, pwede to sa inyo. Ayan. So yan lang. Thank you sa ating, 39 viewers. We have 39 viewers ngayon. So sa 39 viewers guys, message na kayo. And we really hope marami kayo natutunan tonight. So, Sir Jeremy, Miss Jen, thank you. Tagal din natin yung last natin na webinar, tagal na din eh. So, yan. So, thank you. Thank you for sharing yung services and the knowledge on how to find the winning item, source the products, and importation. So, we're looking forward na matutunan pa to deeper dun sa e-comportation franchise core, natin, seminar. Ayan.
Thank you so
Thank you
much
so
po.
much
Thank
din po.
you.
Yan. Thank you, guys. Message lang kayo. Good night, everyone. Bye.